Great morning, you guys. Come on in. 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 Let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Who's here and where you're tuning in from. Y'all, I don't know what's going on with my hair and stuff. Listen, I'm just here. Okay, I had to get one. Hey, April. Great morning. Great morning. Great morning, gorgeous. I'm getting ready to share. Hold on, let me share. Good morning, you guys. Come on in. Hey, y'all hear me talking? Good morning, you guys. Hold on, let me turn it down. Hold on. Let me share. Let me share. Okay. While I'm sharing, you guys share. Thank you so much for sharing. April, hey, Jackie, hey, Martin. How are you, gorgeous? Okay. Listen. Listen. I know y'all like Dr. B. Who is you talking to? Everybody. Talking to everybody. All us. Everybody. All us. All us. Everybody. Male, female, young, older, more mature, right? Talking to everybody. Talking to everybody. Talking to everybody. Thank you, Jackie, for sharing. I appreciate it. Listen. Everybody listen. You got to know your worth. Period. Okay. So look, I know that people may feel a way about how I show up in the world. Okay. Look, let me explain to you. Let me explain. Now, one thing about me, I just be trying to educate y'all on me so y'all don't be confused, okay? One thing about me is I've always had confidence. I've always had confidence, right? Whether it was rooted in high self-esteem or not is the question, right? I had a level of confidence. I always found things to place confidence in when it related to me. Okay. It was not always a healthy confidence, right? But today, I'm talking about today, right now. Today. What's today? The 13th? 12, 13, 14th? What's today? I don't even know what today is. But on today, my confidence is rooted in who God created me to be. I know who God created me to be. The 14th, thank you, April. Honey, I needed that, right? I know who God created me to be. I don't question it. I'm not wondering about it. I know. And this I know for sure and for certain that I am the apple of God's eye, that I am victorious, that I am more than an overcomer, that I am the head and not the tail, above only and not beneath, the lender and not the borrower. I know for sure and for certain that all things work together for my good. I know for sure and for certain that He knows the plans that He has for me, and they're plans for good and not evil, to bring me a hope and a future and to get me to an expected end. I know that. I know that he looks at the image of me in the palm of his hand and he says, oh, that's my daughter. I love her. I know that. So listen, when you know who you are in God, I know that I am made in the image and the likeness of God. I understand that I am the walking, breathing embodiment of his spirit. I understand that he resides inside of me. I understand that I am the light of the world. I understand that I am the salt of the earth. I understand that when I show up, God has shown up because God resides in me. I know who I am. And because I know who I am, I refuse to settle for treatment as less than who I am, who God has created me to be. See, when you know your worth, you stop allowing people, situations, and circumstances to define your worth and your value. Look, let me tell y'all something. I was out here in these dating streets with no job, with no job and no place to live. Honey, I'm staying with people. I'm just staying with people. Did it change my value? Not for me. And if it changed my value for them, that's their business. Because I know my worth is not in a job and my worth is not in where I live. It's not in what I drive. My worth is not in any of those things. My worth is inside of me. Because listen, what's inside of me will produce all of that. A place to live, a vehicle, a job if I want one. Because I really be about that business tip. But I like to have something that I do that, that's just just a little steady check. That's my check to invest in things that I want to invest in, to do some stuff that I want to do. You got to know your worth. Stop defining your worth by material things, because when you define your worth by material things, when material things are gone, your worth is gone. My worth can never be gone. My worth can never be gone. And I need y'all to understand that you have worth outside of material things. See, the problem is we have allowed our identity to be tied into stuff and achievements. Nah, I'm good. I know who I am. And I know that who God created me to be. I knew that it was exactly what someone needed. It was exactly what a lot of people needed, but a lot of people couldn't give me what I needed. Now, let me be real clear about that. I'm clear on that. I could be with just about any man and help that man get to where he needed to be, but that man couldn't help me necessarily get to where I needed to be. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I'm not being braggadocious. I'm not trying to say I'm all that, but I'm all that. I'm all that because I am who my daddy created me to be. I am an incubator of wealth. I am an incubator of success. I am an incubator of love. I am an incubator. As women, we are incubators. A man gives us something in the words of Dr. Miles Monroe, and we turn it into something else. We are incubators. And a good woman can be a good woman to any man. Listen. And a good man can be a good man to any woman. But if you are not with the right person, it's not going to be reciprocated, and produce what it is that both parties need. Yeah, one person may get what they need, but the other person will be lacking and falling short. You've got to know your worth, and you're worth the wait. You're worth the wait. You're worth, listen, not just somebody else waiting for you, but you waiting for the someone that God has ordained specifically for you to be the person that can give you what you need, and it's not one-sided. That's what I'm talking about. See, we make everything about material things. We make everything about material things, and everything is not about material things. See, when you know your worth, You will stop thinking that you don't deserve certain things, right? So sometimes as women, we may feel like we don't deserve to be taken care of. No, I deserve to be taken care of. Period. I deserve a man who loves me so much he wants to take care of me. And I'm talking about this because there's a lot of women out here, and we have gotten this thing twisted because we have allowed the feminist movement to put us in a mindset that takes us out of God's natural order of things. Now, listen, I'm not saying you can't be a boss. I'm not saying you can't have business. I'm not saying that you can't be successful. I'm not saying any of that. What I'm saying to you is we are allowing another set of people's agenda to move us from the agenda that God has for us. Are we always going to do what we got to do to make stuff happen? Absolutely. Okay? But you got to know your worth, and your worth says that you are worth a man wanting to do what he's got to do to make sure you're good. You're worth that. You deserve that. Angel number 133. You deserve that. Not based on your education. Now, y'all need to understand, my value is not in the fact that I'm a doctor. Oh, that's great, right? That's great, but that's not where my value lies. That's great. I'm taking nothing away from my educational achievements, nothing away from the thing. Listen, I'm like the Apostle Paul. Now, if you want to trade achievements, I can trade achievements with you. I can tell you, yes, I'm a first generation college graduate. I grew up in a 3-room home, went to college, got my bachelor's, master's, and my PhD, an earned PhD, went to school for that thing. I am a scholar. I am a scientist. I am a published author multiple times. Articles, book chapters, books. I'm published. Listen, I have presented at conferences around the world. Listen, I'm telling you, I am an international speaker. I've spoken internationally. Listen, you need to understand, if we want to trade, accomplishments, I can trade accomplishments, but my accomplishments don't make my worth or my value. Yes. I am ordained in ministry. Yes, I am a pastor, a prophet, an evangelist, an apostle, a teacher. I am all of those things. I operate in all 5 of the offices, depending on what's needed at the moment. I operate in it. I do. But that does not even establish my worth and my value. Yes, I have mastered the art of the start over. I can start. This is why I don't mind walking away from stuff. I'll walk away because I know the worth and the value that I have will reproduce more than I had, more than I left, because my worth and my value is in me. Oh, you can take my name, my title, my position, my stuff, and I'm still going to come out on top because of who God created me to be. My worth is in me. It's in the God in me. It's in what he deposited in me. And when you shift your worth and your value from external things to the internal, to who God created you to be, you'll stop settling for mess. Men and women, both of us settle for mess. Settle for people who don't value us and appreciate us. People who want to talk to us crazy. Settle for people who want to treat us crazy. People who want to treat us as a jump off, a booty call. We'll settle for all of that. And we'll settle for all of that, and we'll do all of that to other people. Been there, done that. Angel number 144. But at some point, you got to get to the point where you want more. God, I want what you want for me. God, let me see you the way you see me, the way you see me. Let me do that. Let me see you in me. Help me to become more like you, God. Help me to see more of your attributes, more of your characteristics in me. You better know your worth. Listen, there's a song that I love, and it says, "You thought I was worth saving. So you sacrificed for me. Wait, now what is it? You y'all know I don't be knowing no words. Hold on. Let me look the words up. Let me look the words. Oh my God. Oh my God. Because I need y'all to understand. If listen to me. Listen to me. I know there are women who hate me. I know they are. I know they hate me, and I get it. If I didn't know who I was, I would hate me too. I know there are women who hate me. This heifer right here, who she thinks she is. The daughter of the Most High. I'm Jesus's little sister. He my big brother. And I get all the rights, privileges that come from being his little sister. And he said that greater works than these shall I do. So what you say about what I can and can't do does not move me, because you are not the determining factor in my life. What you say I can and can't have, listen, that don't move me. Mm, mm. You thought I was worth saving, so you came to save my life. Come on, Kareem. Yes. Hold on. Let me get these lyrics. I'm going to play a little bit of it for you, because y'all know they be all right. You know, we've detected music that does not belong to you. No, it don't belong to me. But I'm using it today. Let me just share a little bit of this live version with y'all. Hopefully y'all can hear. You came and changed my life. You thought I was worth keeping. So you cleaned me up inside. You thought I was to die for. So you sacrificed your life so I could be free, so I could be whole, and I could tell everyone I know that you thought I was worth. So you came. You thought I was. Listen, if God thought that we were worth saving, why would you allow other people and what they think about you, what they've said about you, to determine how you move? What you deserve. I'll tell y'all something. Yeah, I don't care who get mad. If you feel like I'm talking about you, I probably am. Okay? I'm just going to say it like that, because I'm talking about anybody. See, and that was me. That was me. Listen, I'm saying it because it was me. I'm saying it because it was me. It was me. I didn't understand my worth. I didn't understand my value. Not for real. Not for real. I felt like I had to settle. I honestly felt like I had to settle. I felt like I had to settle. Like, I just expect too much. Anybody ever been told you expect too much? That you want too much? You too demanding? You just too much? I am the epitome of too much to many people. The epitome of too much. I do too much. I'm too loud. I expect too much. I'm too over the top. I know when they saw the lights on my wedding dress, this heifer, she really too much. Are those lights in her train? Yeah. Call me too much. Too much. Too much for you. But just because I'm too much for you, don't mean I'm too much for the world. See, what I've learned is that I draw the too much people. I'm called to those who are too much. If you're too much, you're in good company. If you're too much, you're not by yourself. If you too much, just know that God loves your too muchness because he created you to be too much for regular, too much for ordinary. I'm too much for regular. I'm not regular. There's nothing regular about me. I'm not regular. And the truth of the matter is, you're not regular either, but you've convinced yourself that you're regular to fit in with regular people because you just want to be regular. You just want to fit in. I don't want to fit in. I want to stand out. I want to stand out because when you stand out, then you know, okay, God, okay. I'm not in with the pack, God. So whatever you tell me to do, I'm going to do it. I'm not in with the pack. I don't care about the pack. Pack can think what they want to. The pack can think what they want to. Those who create change in the world are not the people that fit in with the pack. They're those who think outside of the lines. They color outside the lines. When they were kids, they was doing too much. They said color the little figure in the lines. The too much people colored outside the lines, used colors that didn't go with that. Like they done created a whole picture around the picture that they were supposed to color. See, listen, you gotta stop allowing society to put you in a box that's not your box to live in. You in the box so don't nobody see how big you are, how great you are, how grand you are. I'm sitting here and I love looking at this box, right? It's just a box, right? It's just a box, right? Just a box. It looks like just a regular box. But this box contains the epitome of my too muchness, right? See, to me, this is the epitome of my too muchness and my husband's recognition of my too muchness, and it ain't too much for him. He likes it. So he's going to match my too muchness. Listen, I don't have a ring. I have a wrist ring. Okay, this don't fit on my finger. This fit on my, babe, I didn't even realize it fit on my whole wrist, babe. Look, it fit on my whole wrist, right? Some people only get a ring. I done got a ring for my finger and I done got a ring for my wrist. Listen, you've got to be okay with being too much for most people because somebody got to bring people out the box that they have been trapped in. Sometimes I just like taking it out and looking at it because it is a reminder to me of how much this man studied me, how much he paid attention to my conversation, how much he wants to surprise me, to let me know that he hears me, that he sees me, that he understands me. See, you want the person that recognizes all of your too muchness and is here for it. Now, it shows up in some other ways that he wasn't necessarily quite ready for, but guess what? He's like, I can't get that without this. It goes together. Know your worth and stop settling. I'm not settling in friendships. I'm not settling in family relationships. I'm not settling in business relationships. If I start teaching online and I don't like it, I'm not settling there. I'm going to stop. I'm not settling in any area of my life. I refuse. I'm not settling spiritually. God, I know there's more and I desire the more that exists, God. What do I need to do, God, to get to that deeper place in you? What do I need to do, God, to understand you even more, to understand me even more, to understand your plan for my life even more? God, listen, I'm not content. I'm not content. I'm not settled. Let me say this. I'm content in whatever state I find myself, but I'm not settled there. I'm not settled there. What does that mean, Dr. V? It means that I know how to appreciate where I am and what I have without thinking that that's it. Because there's always more that God desires to do, more that he desires to do. You can memorize the whole Bible front to back, and there's still more in it than what you've remembered. He'll show you deeper revelation because there's layers to this. There's layers to the understanding because God can't give you everything right off the top because everybody can't handle it. You got to know your worth. You got to know your worth. You got to know your worth. And you got to know that just because someone else didn't value you doesn't mean that you don't have value. Because you weren't that person for someone else doesn't mean that you're not that person for someone. We make determinations about our value based on other people, not realizing that some people can't, they're not equipped to handle the deeper levels of us. They can only handle the surface. Some people can't even handle the surface. You got to know your worth. If God thought I was worth saving, God thought you were worth saving, if God thought we were worth saving, so he sacrificed his life. He came to save us. He thought we were worth keeping, so he cleaned us up inside. He thought we were to die for. Now, my husband is hilarious. Okay, so y'all know my husband is a comedian, so we laugh all the time. So we were talking. My baby said, I'm a turner. I said, what? He said, yeah, I'm a cheek turner. He said, I'm the master turner. Turn the cheek, turn the cheek, turn the cheek. I said, babe, you at a war, you gotta fight. He said, I'm gonna let my daddy fight. Get him. Listen, but he knows that he's worth God fighting for. Now look, at first I was looking at, I said, you ain't no fight. He said, nope, I'ma talk. I said, babe, sometimes you gotta fight. He said, I'm talking. I'm gonna put the blood on the doorpost. Now listen, to the surface, right? On the surface, it sounds like I'm scared. But when you think about that thing, when you understand that you're worth God fighting your battles, that's a whole nother level. Oh, I'm worth God doing the fighting for. I ain't gotta, I can just, the blood of Jesus is against you. Now listen, I'm laughing, but I know what it's like to let God fight the battle. When everything in you in the flesh would say, fight, and God say, talk. Declare my word. I know what that's like. And it's effective because people think you're crazy. And that's why I'm going to beat you. Get thee behind me, Satan. The blood of Jesus is against. The blood of Jesus is against. What's wrong with her? She's supposed to fight me. The blood. See, if you really understand the power of the blood, you know that you ain't got to be the one engaged in the battle because the blood has already been shed and victory has already been handed over to you. You know how many times in the Bible there was a major battle and God told the people to go to battle and then he said, be still. He turned his enemies, their enemies against themselves. They killed each other off. They killed them own selves. Oh, all they had to do was be there. He said, don't you lift a finger, I got it. No, we think that our valor is determined by our ability to lay hands. When the true valor is when you ain't gotta lay hands. My God, today, you better know your worth. You better know your worth. You better know what you're worth to God, and you better know your worth to someone else in your life. Know your worth. When I tell you, when you know your worth, you'll stop moving, bending, and buckling under the pressures that people put on you to be a certain way. And I don't care who the people are, the church people, the street people, it doesn't matter. Everybody has their own set of thoughts about who you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to show up, how you're supposed to fight. But there is a way that seems foolish unto man. Oh, it looks like foolishness to people. They're not going to understand it. They're not going to get it. They're going to say you crazy. Let them say it. Let them say it. that he and I were absolutely crazy for getting engaged on Facebook Live, getting married. Like within 90 days, we was married. 90 days. Within 90 days, we was married. We was engaged without even having seen each other in person in over a year. And then it was just in passing, like we didn't like have no deep, real conversation. Like we saw each other, we had some chit chat, but we didn't get to know. No. God established our union. The people say that's crazy, that ain't gonna work. But when I tell you, God knew what I wanted and what I needed, and God knew what He wanted and what He needed, and He put them two things together. He said, "Listen, these two want to be married so bad." They want to be married so bad. If I don't hurry up and connect them, they're going to make a mistake. So when He put us together knowing it was going to happen. Because God had already told me, when you get married, it's going to be quick. It's not going to be no long time. I don't need you to think it's going to be no long time. We came in every conversation. What you want? This what I want. This what you want. Okay. Well, let's see if we work. Both of us were still taking other applications. Both of us were still taking other applications. Until we weren't. Until we decided, man, I like this. This feels good. This feels natural. I just want to talk to you. I just want to see you. Even though we wasn't seeing each other physically, we seen each other on the phone. I just want to be with you. Before we knew if there was chemistry like that, like, you don't know, we ain't even kissed. We hadn't kissed. We hadn't held hands. We had not kissed. Kisses are important to me. We hadn't even kissed. This man proposed to me. I said yes. Look, this man said some key things to me, and he didn't just say them. Listen, he didn't just say them. I knew he meant them with every fiber of his being. Because every time we communicated, every time something was going on with me emotionally, he felt me. And he would send me a song, or he would send me something that spoke to exactly what I was feeling in that moment. Usually it was a song, because we communicate through music a lot. We love music. We love songs. Now, he can sing. I can't sing, but I'm going to try to sing. And he going to just smile. My baby sure can't sing, and she going to sing off key in the wrong words every time. Okay? But it doesn't bother him. And if it bothers him, he doesn't let it show. Look, you need to know your worth and your worth, and whether you're perfect or not, because none of us are perfect. So know your worth and stop settling. Stop settling. If you are on a job and you hate your job, find something else. Do something else. God created us to live a life of abundance and joy. Do what brings you joy. Do what brings you happiness. Like I'm telling you, stretch. Stretch and trust God. Now, don't all y'all go out there and quit your job talking about Dr. V said, leave my job. I said, find something you enjoy. I ain't telling you just leave your job. I ain't telling you that. But if God says that, do that. We've got to get to the point where we trust God more than we trust ourselves and our experiences and our knowledge and our degrees and, all the things that we've trusted in, our money, our bank accounts. We gotta, trust God. People ask me, where y'all gonna live? Panama City. You just gonna move there? I just moved to Gates, North Carolina. If I can just move to Gates, North Carolina, I can move anywhere. Gates, North Carolina, in the middle of nowhere, with CenturyLink internet. I think CenturyLink might have been one of the original dial-ups. I don't know, but it's what it felt like, okay? You've got to trust God enough to move when God says move and know that He's worked out the particulars. And even if it doesn't feel good or feel right, if it doesn't go exactly the way you think it should go, then you know that God has got you and there's a plan in all of it, that it has purpose. See, that move with my daddy prepared me to move with my husband. It prepared me for that. See, we're looking at the preparation and we're despising the preparation because the preparation makes us feel uncomfortable. We're uncomfortable in this space right here. We're uncomfortable with this. We're uncomfortable. Baby, get ready to be uncomfortable. Get ready to be uncomfortable. Get ready to be uncomfortable. See, it's in that space of uncomfortability. Uncomfortability. I don't know if that's a real word or not, but listen, we're going to make it one. It's in the place of uncomfortability that God can do his greatest work because you're uncomfortable. Like, I don't know if I can do this. And then watch what God does. Watch what he does. Know your worth. Listen, you know, there were things that I prided myself on not experiencing in life. Just with some things that I wasn't dealing with, I wasn't putting up with, it wasn't happening, right? And one of the things that I didn't have in my life was I didn't have men calling me out my name. Like you just wasn't finna call me out my name. No, and that's what you wasn't finna do. Now, listen, my husband is the cheek turner, but I was the hand layer, okay? So he might turn the cheek, but I'm finna lay some hands, okay? So I knew, and I didn't care if you was a dude, like it didn't matter to me. I'll fight a dude, like that's what I rolled. I rolled like that. I would fight a dude. I would fight a dude. I might lose, but you was gonna know I was there. You was gonna know you experienced me. You was gonna know and the world was gonna see because there was gonna be evidence that I had been there. Oh, you've been with. Okay. Oh, you was on the wrong side of. And I remember with husband number 4, who was a pastor. It was the first time in my life I'd been in a relationship where somebody called me out of my name. With the pastor. That's the first time somebody called me out of my name. And not just called me out of my name, but called me out of my name so vehemently that there was all of this anger and hatred and vitriol in his voice and in his words. And I'm trying to figure out, how is this the same person that loved me so much that they chased me down to marry me? But now I'm a black bee. And the crazy thing is the emphasis wasn't on the bee, the emphasis was on the black. You black bee. Now listen, I'm black, but come on, y'all. I ain't even dark black. I'm light black. Like I'm light black. Don't tell nobody I said I'm light black because then people are gonna be trying to say stuff and I've been trying to tell them that I'm darker than I am. But I recognize the fact that I'm not too many generations removed from master's bloodline. I know that. But his hatred came through in his use of the word black. And I said, ooh, he hate black people. My baby said paper sack black. Honestly, baby, the paper sack is darker than me. And I know it, y'all, but look, that's another conversation. But I had to go through it. Now, I know y'all like, Dr. V, why did you have to go through it? I had to go through being in an abusive relationship because I said I would never be in one. And I had no respect for people who were in an abusive relationship, had been in an abusive relationship. What in the world are you doing? Why are you there? Just leave. It was my answer. You need to know your worth, because if you knew your worth, you would just leave. Well, guess what? Sometimes you can't just leave. But now I understand that in a way that I didn't understand it before. I understand how someone can find themselves in an abusive relationship. I understand how you can find yourself in a place where you're with someone who does not value you, who disrespects you, who treats you like crap, and you stay because whatever reason, right? There's a multitude of reasons that people have for staying. But for me, it was, I didn't want another failed marriage. I didn't want another failed marriage. I was like, God, I'm trying to do everything that you want me to do. The people said I'm not submissive enough. So I'm being submissive. I'm serving. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm sitting back. I'm not in the limelight. Like, God, like, I changed my phone number. I don't take calls after a certain time. Like, God, I'm doing everything. Listen, I'm coordinating all of our clothes. I'm ironing them the night before so that when we go to church, we look like the perfect first family. God, I'm sitting on the second pew. No, God, I'm not wearing a hat, but does a hat mean not wearing a hat mean that I got to endure this? God, listen, I'm just trying to do, God, what you want me to do. God, you said that that's your husband because he cares for your heart, God, but I don't feel like he cares for my heart, God. So why am I here, God? I know I'm worth more than this. I know I deserve better than this. God, why am I here? Why am I in this place, God? I'm trying to do what you want me to do, God, but it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel right. But it was in that place. And I thank him. I thank him because I learned so much in our marriage. I learned so much about me. I learned so much about marriage. I learned so much about religion and spirituality and how things happen. Baby, I'm sorry I knocked the chair over when I was scooting it back. You're just gonna climb over, you're not gonna pick it up. You ate onions this morning? Give me another kiss. Put your onion breath. I love you. Have a great day. Have you gonna pick the chair up for me? Y'all know that's love. Raw onions.
Fresh.
Just, I don't know. I don't know what he ate this morning that he had to put fresh raw onions on. But them onions was there. I smelt it in them and I tasted them and I kissed them again. Okay. Listen, I learned so much and I don't regret it. I'm thankful that I did not kill him because I would have gone to prison. If I'd have stayed, he'd have been dead. I don't say it lightly. I say it like for real, because we had some incidents where I could have caught a case. But I'm grateful for every experience that I've had because every experience has grown me. It has grown my compassion. It has grown my ability to appreciate. Look, know your worth. Allow God to reveal your worth and your value to you. And then know that God has a plan for everything that transpires in your life. See, you can know your worth. Listen, and just because you're in a relationship where it seems like that person doesn't know your worth, well, they know the worth that you had of you. That's what they know. So if your worth changes, you've got to teach them how to treat you by treating them the way they're supposed to be treated. Now, when you've done that and things don't change, that's between y'all and God. But God has a way of using us in relationships to grow one another. Everything doesn't require a separation and a divorce. It doesn't. It doesn't. I know y'all looking at me like, well, Dr. V, you was divorced 5 times. I was. Everything didn't require a separation and a divorce. But now I'm in a place where that's not even an option. It's not an option. Onion breath, it don't matter. He could lose everything today and we'd start over together. You understand? Know your worth, your value, and what you bring to the table. And then bring it to the table. Don't just have it inside of you be this big ball of potential. No. Actualize, bring to life, manifest those things that are inside of you. See, you can know your inherent worth and still not manifest it. There should be some manifestation. There should be some sign of what's inside of you. It should show up somehow, not just in money, but in what you bring when you show up. It's time. It's time. It's time for you to take your life to the next level. It's time for you to, not even the next level, and I love that you've been talking about this, April, the next dimension. Because those dimensional shifts are huge, and they don't always happen, but when God starts moving dimensionally, that's a real thing. When God starts moving dimensionally, that means that he is changing things. He's changing things. He's changing things. God, what are you changing? He's changing things because he needs you to understand that what he's doing in this season is not like anything that you've seen before. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You gonna stay where you at, doing what you're doing, not believing in you, not seeing the God in you, not recognizing your worth and your value? Or are you going to finally get it? Finally get that there's more that God wants to do inside of you, more that God is trying to produce. More, more, more. God said this is a season of more. He said this is a season of manifested miracles. How can you manifest miracles doing the same old thing? Look, I told you all yesterday about a young lady that I'm working with, right? She did my no more sabotage class, right? One class. And her results were so crazy that I had to share them. So I want you to see a visual representation of what happened in her life. Now, her name has been, did I remove her name? Hold on, let me find the pictures. I'm talking about one class change. One class, one. She did one class, and it changed everything for her. Why? Because her mindset shifted and she was able to see more. She was able to see that, her life wasn't limited to what she had held on to what she had believed. All right. Hold on. Let me download this. And then I'm going to show you guys the difference, right? Because you can think I'm making this stuff up. So I don't have time to be making stuff up. Listen, all I can do is show you what God has done, because truly it's God doing it. I didn't do it. God did it. Let me edit this. Okay. Hold on. Because I want y'all to see. I want you to understand what can happen for you when you make a change. I don't need to change that. Good. Let me do this one. Not that y'all would know who she was anyway, but still, just so that I. Okay. All right. See if I can get it without the light. Okay. So these were her first set of scores. Okay. 8%. Tens, a bunch of 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 tens. All these saboteurs, real high. 8%. So it's 8%. But check this out. Check this out. Hold on. New scores. 63%. Why am I sharing this with you? You can get changed too. You can get changed too. You can get the change that you desire in your life. And it just requires you making a single decision. What decision is that, Dr. V? A decision to do something about it. A decision to really come to understand your worth and stop believing the lies that have kept you stuck. The lies that have kept you in a place where you can't get to where God is trying to take you. Those lies. It's up to you though. You've got to make that decision. You've got to make that determination. You've got to do that. And you have the power to do it. You have the authority to do it. I'm getting ready to offer the No More Sabotage class again. And I'm going to run a special promotion today. I got to put it in the system, but I'm running a special promotion today. And the special promotion is this. Two of you can take the class. Two of you can take the class together. Two people can take the class together for $150. Both classes. Two people, both classes, $150. If you do the VIP for $190, both of you will get a single VIP session for $190. You cannot beat it. I'm going to post it. The class is going to take place not this weekend, because this weekend is my husband's birthday, but the classes are going to take place on Monday of next week and Tuesday of next week. Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. Monday and Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Two people, $150. Okay. Two people, $150. Okay. So I'm going to do a special promotional registration that's going to say that in the thing. But what you can do is you're going to be able to go to, hold on. bit.ly/no more sabotage. Purchase it. If you're in a relationship, you're married, purchase it as a couple. Do it as a couple. Do it as a couple. But something happens when you do this as a couple and you begin to understand one another and why one another do the things that you do. I know y'all can go spend a lot of money on therapy, but I'm telling you, this will help you identify roots. Then you can go get some therapy, okay? $150, two people, two classes. Do you know what that equals out to? That means that you're paying $150 divided by 4. What is that, y'all? 150 divided by 2 is 75, $37.50 per person per class. You can't beat it. Not only that, listen, that's Monday and Tuesday. Okay, that's Monday and Tuesday. I'm launching my 6-week No More Sabotage Supercharge. My No More Sabotage Supercharge is going to launch in the month of April. In April, I'm doing the 6 weeks program where you get to go for 6 weeks with accountability partners. You're able to learn how to navigate, how to maneuver, how to kill your saboteurs, how to maximize your sage mind, your God mind. You're going to be able to do all of that. That's going to start April 3rd. April 3rd, I'm launching that. You can go ahead and register for that. If you've already done the No More Sabotage or you're getting ready to do it, do the class with register for, hold on, the 6-week supercharge. You're going to have 6 weeks of accountability. Where's it at, y'all? I got to find it. Let me create this banner real quick. Because it's bit.ly. Bit.ly. I'm going to have to put it in. I have to put it in. So if you want to do the supercharge, put supercharge in there. Put supercharge in there. Put supercharge in there, and I'll give you the information. If you haven't taken the No More Sabotage class, start there. 2 people, $150 for the No More Sabotage class. You do the VIP. Both people get 1 VIP session, which is a 1-hour session with me. Listen, I'm just telling y'all, you want to get change in your life, you want to break through angel number 1414, then you need to take this class. You need to take bit.ly/no more sabotage. Hold on one second. Let me do this real quick. Let me add this variation real quick. For 2. Price $150. Ignore the dates. When you register, ignore the dates. Ignore the dates, because let me tell you something. I'll have to go in and change the dates, but it's next Monday and Tuesday. Next Monday and Tuesday. So I want y'all to go ahead and register. bit.ly/no more sabotage. Thank you so much, Angel. You're absolutely amazing. Angel number, Angel put it up there. Angel number 1414. Let me go here real quick. I'm going to tell y'all what that is, because I want you to understand the connection between that and what I'm talking about, okay? And there's always a connection. You've been praying. You said, God, I want change. God, I'm ready for the next dimension. God, whatever. Listen, let me tell you what angel number 1414 is, okay? Listen. Angel number 14 is a combination of the energies and attributes of number 1, appearing twice, amplifying its influences and vibrations of the number 4. Number 1 carries the energy of striving forward and pursuing goals, ambition and tenacity, self-leadership and assertiveness, instinct and intuition, initiative, changes, new beginnings, starting afresh. Number 1 also relates to creating our own realities by our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Number 4 relates to hard work and effort, building solid foundations, stability and practicality, honesty and integrity, system and order, patience, dependability, our passion and drive, and working determinedly towards achieving our goals and aspirations. Number 4 also relates to archangels, okay? Angel number 1414 is a message from the angels that your thoughts and feelings are being elevated to a more positive state. Give any fears or concerns of any kind to the angels for healing and transmutation, and have faith and trust that you are being supported, encouraged, and guided by the angels along your path. You are safe and protected always. Angel number 1414 is a reminder to maintain a positive attitude, mindset, and optimistic outlook to attract positive energies and auspicious circumstances into your life. Practice positive affirmations and prayers to maintain a strong connection to the angelic and spiritual realms. Be mindful of the law of attraction, as the energy you send out comes back to you. It is a message to be careful what you wish for, as you just might get it. Stay positive, optimistic, and practical to ensure that you manifest what you want rather than what you don't. Building strong foundations from well-laid plans ensures future stability, progress, and success. Put your efforts and focus towards your long-term goals and aspirations, and work with purpose, passion, and drive. Courageously step forward in the direction of your true life purpose, and trust that the things you will require will manifest when needed in your life. At each new phase in our lives, we are somewhere we have never been. Have faith and trust that you have the skills, talents, and abilities to face all that lay ahead of you. You are where you are meant to be at this time. We do best what we enjoy and feel passionate about. Everything that was just said is in alignment with the things that I just said. You got to know your worth. Know that you're worth it. Know that your worth is in who God created you to be, not in your degrees, your job, your material things, but in who God created you to be. So walk in that. Stand firmly in that. Trust God with that. And do what you need to do to build a solid foundation. There's no solid foundation built on lies, only on truth. And the truth of the matter is, we have lies that we tell ourselves daily that have held us hostage and held us in bondage and prevented us from going all the way to where God desires for us to be. We have judged ourselves harshly. We have judged others harshly, and we've judged situations and circumstances harshly. Now, it's time for you to make a decision for you, for your relationship, for your marriage, to do something together that can absolutely change the course of your destiny. How quickly you get there, and how solid your foundation is. Look, I pray that this word has blessed you. I pray that you heard something that ministered to your spirit. I pray that God spoke to you in a way that you needed him to speak to you, to give you confidence, to give you faith, to give you the determination necessary. If this word blessed you, sow a seed. If you're ready for breakthrough, sow a seed. Put a seed in the ground for what it is that you desire and say, hey, this is for breakthrough in this area. This seed is for breakthrough in this area. Put the area that you want the breakthrough in. You can do that at Cash App $ DRV Johnson 777. Cash App $ DRV Johnson 777. Don't miss what God is doing in this season. Don't miss it because he desires to bless you. Look, I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Heaven. Ooh, angel number 1515. What is that? What is that? What is that? Before I get off here, let me see what that say. Angel number 1515. Ooh. Come on now. Huh? Angel number 1515 is an important message to do with changes in your life that will bring about auspicious new opportunities to enhance and enrich your life. Your thoughts, words, and actions have an influence on the results and outcomes of all that take place in your life. Therefore, maintain a positive attitude and use positive affirmations to ensure that all changes taking place and the new entering your life will be most positive and life improving. Be inspired to take action towards pursuing new opportunities appearing in your life at this time, as they are appearing for you to take full advantage of and will be of great benefit to yourself and others. Take charge of your own life, do things your own way, and make positive choices and changes that suit who you truly are and what you truly want from your life. Stay positive and optimistic about these impending changes, and you will find that all will go smoothly. Accept change in your life, call upon your higher self, and enjoy the challenges and experiences to be had. Go your own way in peace, love, and joy. Listen, God is opening the doors for change, and you have to walk through them. You guys, be blessed. I love you.